Then Samson prayed, "Please hear me, Lord." He's crying out to the Lord. He knows that he has been caught. He's so sad. But here, on the other side, the Philistines are celebrating. They're rejoicing in their power, that they're able to maintain their greed, and that they're able to just get more of what they want. Now, then Samson prayed, "Please hear me, Lord, renew my strength again, so I can show these Philistines my God will always win. That even though there was a defeat, that he was caught, that's not the end of the story. There will be victory. Lord, I'm crying out to you. Your glory needs to shine right now." So God gave Samson back his strength. Quite pleased with Samson's prayer, then Samson told the prison guard, "Please rest my hands up there." So eventually, in the end, he sees that he's wrong and that he cries out to the Lord, "Please let me be redeemed here for your glory." He got his strength back. The Lord was pleased with his prayer. And then Samson had told the prison guard to rest his hands somewhere here. In this is where we're at. That you'll see here, the prison guard is following his directions here. He's telling him to put it on the pillars, because in the situation that he is in right now, if we were to fast forward, he is helpless, he's chained up. But if I were to just put my hands up here, if I were to just position my place here, this is where God's victory can happen through this act here. And so it goes on to say here, he pushed those temple pillars hard. The temple came down splat. He killed the Philistines, all of them, because they were there. The ones that were there, for the most part, right? They were there. They all had died on that side, and God was pleased with that. So Samson did the will of God, and though he died that day, he died a hero serving God. There is no better way. In the midst, he died because he wasn't strong enough to withhold the collapsing of this place that they were, the temple. And here it is. Everyone is just fearful now, scared of their life, seeing that they are defeated in the end. Even the ones that planned against him with Delilah, and those that were in leadership in Philistines, they were all now destroyed. They were all now gone. God had wanted them to just be done here, be done with their wickedness and them taking over the Israelites, his chosen people. He wouldn't let that go on. And so here it is. This is a story so sad that he died as well, Samson, but he changed and he went back to the Lord, and he saw how that should be number one, and that at the end of the day, God will make a way for his glory, his victory to happen, and he will use us every single opportunity he can, and he will use us. So let us be open to that, and let us be obedient and cry out to the Lord when we're in times of trouble or in times that we want to change our wrongdoings. So here's the parents' note from the editor. Samson was a mighty man, known throughout the land. From before his birth, God had set him apart, and God had given him an incomprehensible superhuman strength. Samson ripped apart a lion with his bare hands. He killed 1,000 enemy men by slaying them with the jawbone of a donkey. He broke free of every kind of physical binding the enemy used to tie him. Samson was a living hero, but Samson was arrogant, and he had a weakness that led to his destruction. He repeatedly violated his vows to God, and even eventually God left him to face his sins. It was when Samson was at his lowest, most hopeless, most broken moment that he saw how his sinfulness had separated him from God and forfeited his life. Samson's life ended sadly, but that's not the sad ending it might seem to be. Samson's true repentance of sin and faithful reliance on God caused God to have mercy on him. God answered Samson's prayer and restored his strength. Samson's less heroic act was to destroy thousands of Israel's enemies, thereby setting in motion their eventual freedom from slavery.